Hi, my name is Sophia Szymanski and I'm a senior nursing major at Robert Morris University. I'm going to go through my e-portfolio with you guys, and I know it's probably going to be a little bit hard to see, so just bear with me. So, this is my homepage. Hold on, let me adjust. Okay, this is my homepage. This is a picture of me and my parents at our white coat ceremony sophomore year. I talk a little bit about myself here and how I want to work in a pediatric ICU. And I'm working towards that goal because on March 5th I had an interview there and I was put on the bench the very same day. So it's just kind of a waiting game from now to see if they offer me the job or not. So going through this, I have my resume and my cover letter. My resume talks a lot about my clinical experiences, and my favorite clinical experience was my transitions at the cardiothoracic surgical ICU at Allegheny General Hospital. I saw a lot of different types of patients there. I got to see ECMO. I got to do a lot of post-op cardiac surgery care. I also got to extubate by myself, which was very cool. And I know a lot of floors don't let you do that, so that was fun. My transcript is on there for people to read. My set transcript, I have 10 set credits, and you only need 2 to graduate, so I'm very proud of that. I got a lot of those through my sorority. I held a position as a vice president of programming, so I know how to program a lot of things and organize well, which I'm very proud of, and I think is something you'll need in nursing. Continuing on, I have my teaching and presentation material. I did a project with my group in our psych class on non-suicidal self-injury, which is a newer topic in the nursing world and something that we had to do a lot of research on, but I really think that this presentation was really well put together and something that needs more attention, so I'm glad that we were given this topic because I didn't know anything about it, and it's something that people don't talk about since there's such a stigma around the word suicide. So that was interesting to learn about. I have 2 letters of recommendation, one from Jan Barber, my boss, and one from Jan Sarasnik. And the one from Jan Sarasnik talks about how I got to help a lot in the summer with the 9/11 Memorial and Moon. And I got to meet a lot of people in the Air Force Reserves, which is something that I've always been interested in, but being a type 1 diabetic, it's not something that I can actually pursue because you have to meet a bunch of standards to be in the Air Force, and being a diabetic would exempt me from that. So I got to meet a lot of people through her and my job at the Rise Center with Jan Barber, which is probably my favorite thing I've done in all 4 years. I got to help a lot of students, and I felt like it was a very important job and something that I'll never forget. My certifications and clearances are pretty standard across the board. Stop the Bleed, FEMA, CPR, fingerprints, clears, all that stuff. Continuing education is that my professional development plan, that's what I'm looking for. This kind of talks about how I want to go through my resume and go through interviews, which I've done the last 2 months, and then from now on it's pretty much HESI and NCLEX prep. And obviously I should have taken the NCLEX, or the HESI at this point, but due to the circumstances right now, I can't take that. So it's every day we're practicing for the HESI and we're practicing for the NCLEX, and it's just dividing up my time so that I can do well on both tests. And then from there, post-grad, I hope I get a job in the ICU, and then hopefully I'll go back to school in a few years. So that's that. And then at the end, I have my publications and scholarly work, where I did a project with my group members in our research class about how there are alternative therapies for kids with cancer. And we looked at art, music, pet, and adventure therapy, and how those can help with your coping mechanisms instead of pharmacological uses. And we found that music therapy is the most effective way to decrease stress, anxiety, depression with these kids with a diagnosis of cancer. So that's something I'm really proud of also. I know I just finished that, but it's not something people talk about again because pediatric cancer is it's such a sad topic that people don't talk about. So thank you for listening to my e-portfolio.